guys, my name is Alicia and welcome back to New Moon Investigations. First things first, I want to say thank you to everybody that actually gave us the time off that we needed. Our hearts were so heavy with grief. We really just needed that time off to go ahead and process on what was going on. That was rude. Anyway, furthermore, I do want to go ahead and let everybody know that we're actually going to be talking about Rosewood today. If nobody here really knows what we're talking about as far as Rosewood goes, this is why we have this time. So, back in 1845, the swampland here in northern Florida was actually settled by both black and white people to go ahead and create the town of Rosewood. Inside this town, there was also a factory that was working. The factory was mainly for pencils. And while the factory was still here, it also opened up a lot of job opportunities for the people that lived here in Rosewood. Soon after, however, the Jim Crow laws had then been implemented, and then also the diminishing cedar trees around the area pushed people out of Rosewood and pushed predominantly white people out of the area of Rosewood, pushing them into the area of Sumner back in 1890s. Soon after, in about the 1920s, the population of Rosewood dropped drastically to only 200 people. Many of the 200 people were actually black people. The only white family on record to be living in Rosewood at this time was actually the general store's owner. John Wright was the merchant, and then he also ran the store with his wife, Mary Jane. Mary Jane and John had, I believe it was 2 or 3 children. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. All 3 of these kids were involved in helping people cross over out of Rosewood into Sumner and into surrounding cities that they could actually get away from all of the violence and the massacre that had started back because of Fannie Taylor crying wolf back in January 1st, 1923. Fannie Taylor had cried wolf, screaming that she was assaulted by a black man that had lived in the nearby city of Rosewood. Her husband, James Taylor, had then formed a mob with the surrounding counties. In the surrounding city of Gainesville, there was actually a Ku Klux Klan rally where 500 members had then joined the mob in order to go ahead and help James with his pursuit of finding the culprit. So this mob was about 800 people deep. And at this point, they were going straight to Rosewood. They had also been told by law enforcement that there was a man that had gotten off of a chain gang at the time, and his name was Jesse Taylor. Jesse Taylor was the main person that they were looking for. They were going into houses, they were assaulting people, they were threatening people. They had done everything to these people that you couldn't think of. Reading all of this made my skin crawl. And honestly, if you want more in depth on this, we can go ahead and we can make a episode completely dedicated to nothing but the history. There's so much history into this that honestly I could not get too deep into it. Actually, we are in Shiloh Cemetery in Sumner, and we are about to go in and hopefully find the Carpenters, the Halls, and the Wright family, who were all involved in the Rosewood Massacre. So come along with us and hopefully we get some really good evidence for you. I'm listening to the spirit box right now. It's in my pocket. And then Dad's got a different device pulled up. We've got the REM pod in the car. We did have that going while we were waiting for our phones to charge, and the REM pod was going absolutely insane. And the next thing we know, we hear something mimicking the REM pod inside the cemetery. We've heard growling so far. We've heard something walking like right up behind us. It is the craziest thing that I've ever experienced, and it just gets creepier and creepier. We haven't even been able to step foot into the cemetery itself yet.
That you that just made that noise?
Is that them right there?
You don't want to talk anymore?
So we're not gonna walk into the cemetery without your permission. Can we come in? Ooh, on the spirit box, I just heard you're not welcome.
The last thing this one said was, when I asked if we can come in, was eaten.
Eaten?
Eaten.
Well, I'll be honest with you, while I'm standing right here, there's a little red light, like just something shining.
Right there.
Yeah. But I mean, when you move in a different spot where obviously it would be, because we just were looking there, it's not there. And it looks like a set of eyes.
Can I come in through the gate? We're not here to harm you.
Excuse me.
We want to tell your story.
We're not here to harm you. We're just here to talk if you want to talk. My name is Alicia. And this is Joe. Like I said, we're just here to talk.
I'm going to step through the gate if you want me to. If that's okay.
I don't think it's okay. I genuinely don't think they want us here. We want to be as respectful as possible, so if they don't want us here, we don't want to disrespect them and just push them into it. They said they don't listen through the spirit box. Go home. What the fuck was that? Ooh. Right here is where we were seeing a figure right in front of this sign.
And literally, I mean, right here is where I've seen that.
Yeah, if you go back just a little bit, right there is where I keep seeing this figure.
Oh, God.
Oh! This tree gives me the weirdest feeling. I really don't like this tree. Do I want to see you get into some trouble? What kind of trouble? Can you tell us your name? Oh shit.
Height. Ranch.
Oh.
Ranch.
I'm telling you, this
Did
tree doesn't
something
feel
happen
right.
on that branch? Fear? Did something happen that scared you on that branch?
We're not here to hurt you and we're not here to scare you. We just want to talk. All this Spanish moss, I want to touch it.
Was it this branch that I'm standing underneath? Have you?
There's like footsteps over here in this area. Over by where the gate is. It sounds like somebody's running through the gate.
Do you want us to come in? Can we come in the cemetery and talk? Is that okay? Okay. I'm hearing noises coming from back there.
I heard running just coming from over by the gate.
I heard noises coming from back there. And what sounded like people over there.
Mm-hmm. I don't think they want us to go in, though.
I'm going in.
They're making that very clear.
I'm going to go through the gate. Is that okay? I'm not here to harm you.
I'm gonna get him.
I'm not here to harm you at all.
The other one will stay outside. They're not wrong. I am gonna respect their wishes and stay outside the gate. What'd you give me the key for?
You hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go through the gate, okay?
You see that light that's over there? That main light?
Yeah, it's a reflection. Watch.
Oh, okay.
Watch.
Oh, okay. Okay, because that's what I was freaking out about. I was like, oh my god, why is that flashing?
It was just flashing over there. I'm not wanting to harm everybody. All I would like to do is talk.
So I'm not really sure how to go on from here for the simple fact that they don't want me to go in. And I really do want to respect their wishes. And with that, I'm not going. There was just growling that came from over here in this area. Oh, wow. All right, we're gonna ask the spirit box again if I can come in. Can I come into the cemetery? Can I walk onto the grounds? Get in. All right, let's go. We're gonna go ahead and take the spirit box out of my ear. That way I can actually hear everything around me too. Look at that. That tree. That tree is absolutely insane. Alright, so let's go over here. Good one. Walker. Why are they covered in stone? How old are those?
Oh,
I was just kind of wondering the same thing with these right here. Like, are they... Why? Why stone?
this one's not as old. 1960.
Wow. They're not stones, they're seashells.
Are you related to Mickey Austin?
They're seashells. Their graves are covered in seashells. Oh, your name fell. Mm. It looks like it just fell over and it's starting to fall apart itself. Alright, Miss Ingram, please don't take my blood as a sacrifice. Because your nameplate's really trying. Sorry, I couldn't fix it all the way. Look, and her shells were knocked off. What's going on here? Why has she been messed with? You notice that? Small ones like this are upsetting.
You're looking for a 1922 date.
That's 1921. Ingram. Who are you guys? Ingram. Hello, Ingram. That's Tatum.
Tatum.
That's Surus. Surus. Surlus. Searles. Searles. Yep, not Surlus. I got Mitchell. Said by the tree. What about these? Excuse me. Hope you guys don't mind, Searles. Beckham. The shells are interesting. haven't seen shells on a gravesite before. Back 'em. There we go. Excuse me. Excuse me. That just scared me. That's creepy. Why would you put that there? It's off-settling. Ooh, these look old. Let's check you guys out. Stanford? Hey, right!
What's the first one?
I got son of J and MJ, or JM and MJ Wright, daughter of JM and MJ Wright, John Arthur, son of MJ and JM Wright. Huh?
Dates aren't right.
No, but we're getting closer. We're getting closer to the Wrights. So, hey, Mary Jane Wright, I told you we were getting closer. And look, there's John. Rosewood hero.
Wow.
Wow. It says Robert Vernon, a servant of God. Why is there this random bench right here? Oh. Oh. Is this so somebody can sit with you, Edward? Yeah. Aw. Edward, do you want me to sit with you? Yes. All right. We're gonna sit here with Edward. I just got like the weirdest feeling in my gut. Okay, Edward, I'm sitting with you. Is this what you wanted? Edward, if you're here, can you show me? Right over there. For some reason, out of the corner of my eye, it looked like a lake. That was weird. Okay, Edward. I'm gonna go ahead and move on now. Ooh. Okay, two things. The spirit box just said bye, and number two, my butt felt wet as soon as I got up from that chair, and the chair's dry. My butt's dry. That was weird. This is still incredible to me. Who is this?
So this was his older son. That was the merchant.
That was the merchant's wife. Who are you back here? Excuse me. Excuse me, can I see what your name is? Kenneth Jones. Thank you, Mr. Jones. Excuse me, sir. Aw, why does this just say grave? Grave. Grave. What?
Because they don't know who was here. See, there's no markings.
Oh.
So a lot of these are probably
People that they couldn't identify.
A lot of the grave sites inside the cemetery are people from Rosewood that were tragically killed, and this is the only thing that is on their headstones. Absolutely no markings on some of them, while others have nothing more.
This one doesn't even have anything on it. This one's just a pile of seashells. All of these shorter headstones like these are all unnamed graves. They each just have this stone on them that just say grave. And there's so many of them. This one has a little plaque in front of it. Let's see. 97. And I'm still listening to the spirit box as we walk through. Charlie James Miller. I don't know who that is. There's a little one. Grave. It doesn't even have a name on it. Excuse me. Can I see what your name is? Pearson? Thank you. The wind is picking up the more and more I get back here. There's someone all the way back here. This is a big graveyard. They definitely have plenty of room, that's for sure. I'm just really curious who this is. Hilton. I still can't believe all of the, look, here's more. All of the unnamed graves that are here. the amount of people that just ended up here and were never like claimed or allowed to fully have somebody to grieve for them. It's just so heartbreaking when you really sit and think about it. Who are these? Ishi? Miller? I swear I just heard somebody like right next to me cook curry. I don't know why. I swear I just heard it. Resting in the hope of a glorious resurrection. Are they hoping that they come back? Yeah, resting in the hope of a glorious resurrection. Same thing. Huh? Yeah, you're not up there yet.
You're trespassing. It's in there.
Well, yeah, we can't go in there. So inside these woods right here is where they actually buried all of the African Americans that were in the massacre of Rosewood. The past cemetery that we were just at was not the location that they actually buried all of the victims. This would be where they buried all of the victims, deep inside this patch of woods. We looked up some pictures of the cemetery itself, and it looks like it's in the middle of a swamp. You can't really see much headstones. Looks like they actually used almost like the cypress knees as the headstones. It's insane. It's actually really sad. And all of that is private property. So it doesn't look like we're gonna be able to get in. And there you have it, guys. That was the Shiloh Cemetery, just part of Rosewood that we were able to go ahead and start to investigate and uncover. There's not much left of Rosewood, as we had talked about before. But what is left, we were able to go ahead and get into. Hopefully next time we're able to get into a little bit more, maybe find out some other stuff. As you saw toward the end, we were able to go to the area that the secondary cemetery is at, but we weren't quite able to get in. With that being said, hopefully, like I said, next time we can actually go to the general store and the train trestle that was left over. The general store, it's not the same store, but it's actually kind of close to the same spot, if I remember. Not 100% sure. But the train trestle is there from the same train that they had used to go ahead and help transport people to Sumner and also to like other areas close by. It's so in depth and it's so crazy. We're hoping to actually start investigating other areas that have different underground railroad historical ties to it, because honestly this kind of thing is incredible. The amount of just emotion in each spot is so overwhelming whenever we step foot on these areas. It's incredible. And we can't wait to put out the Merchant's House episode for you. So with that being said, go ahead, like, share, subscribe. And with that being said, tune in for next week's episode. Peace.